If you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, don't. If you'd like to win but think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't.
If you think you'll lose, you've lost. For out in the world we find success being with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind.
If you think you're outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize.
Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man. But soon or late, the man who wins is the one who thinks he can.
What is going on, guys? Kind of a sad couple days in the world of golf. Arnold Palmer has died at the age of 87. I'm sure you're already aware of that. It's all over the news, all over the world. What an incredible piece of golf history Arnold Palmer was. Not a lot of people realize he started the Golf Channel, and after the Golf Channel came a lot of other, channels dedicated to specific sports. So he was really someone who basically put golf on the map globally. If you have a chance, check out his Wikipedia page, just run through it, all the just amazing stuff he was a part of. I was legitimately sad when I heard the news yesterday. I don't want to say it was unbelievable because he was 87, but it's just something you don't want to believe. If you follow golf at all, you know that he was just such an important piece of the game of golf. So it's really sad, but it's also a time to celebrate his life because, like I said, he was such an important piece to golf that you look back on all the things he was able to accomplish, and it really should be a celebration. So transitioning from that into my wellness and weight loss goals. I didn't lose any weight this week, but I didn't have a great weekend. I didn't eat that great this weekend. I did work out a couple times, which is great, but I ate some pizza, and overall just not a great weekend for eating. But I really need to keep reminding myself that I'm part of a marathon, not a sprint, and so that's really the kind of what's been going through my mind over the last few days. After kind of going off track this weekend, I need to keep in mind that, this is a long journey I'm on. It's all about small wins and not, quick results. Until I'm still sitting at just under 272 pounds, so 271.8 earlier on the scale. So I'll be really happy when I hit 269, and I'm hoping to hit 269 next Monday or next Tuesday. So we'll talk about that next week. But really what I want to talk about tonight is two things. One, I'm going to go over my bucket list courses, numbers 12 to 10 on my list. And then I want to fill you guys in on my plans for this fall and this winter for golf. Because I know I mentioned it in previous episodes, but it's going to be definitely challenging to stay motivated to work on my game when, the snow is coming down here in St. Louis. So as far as my bucket list, let's talk about number 12 on my list, and that is Pinehurst number 2 in Pinehurst, North Carolina. I was lucky enough to play this course a couple years ago. Played terrible that day. It was, I think I shot like an 89, but I played it from the back tees where the U.S. Open was the previous year, and let's just say I think I made a mistake doing that, especially since that was around the time I was not hitting my driver at all. So I was hitting 3-wood a lot off of these really long par 4s, and it just wasn't that enjoyable, but I got to play it. It's a Donald Ross design, and what's interesting about Pinehurst number 2 is it was completely redone twice. The course was redesigned with a lot of mounded areas near the greens, and in fact, even the greens are sort of like these mounds, or they call them turtleback greens, where you have to hit spots on the green with your irons, and if you don't, your ball's going to roll off the side or the back, and it's a really, really challenging course because of the greens. And what's really incredible is it's hard to hit these greens with your irons, even your short irons. But if you don't hit the greens with your short irons, you have some really incredibly difficult chips and pitches around the greens just to keep the ball on the green. And so that's what I love about this course. I got to check it off my bucket list. I would definitely recommend going and playing it. It was about $500 to play it, which I know sounds like a lot of money, but when you're walking that course with a caddy, you can just kind of feel the history surrounding you. There's not a lot of signature holes, but just the golf course in general, every hole feels historic, and it's definitely a great experience. So the number 12 golf course on my bucket list is Harbor Town Golf Links in Hilton Head, South Carolina. I played this course, I think, 2 or 3 times. The first time was in college on a spring break trip. It was a lot of fun. The course it's popular because the PGA Tour players get to play there once a year. It's the weekend after the Masters. The 18th hole, the 17th and 18th hole are both right on the marsh. 17th hole is a par 3, which is really long and usually plays into the wind. You basically have to fly it over water to get to the green, and there's a bunker between the green and the water, so it's really challenging into the wind. And then the 18th hole is really awesome because the view from the tee to the green has a lighthouse in the background, and it's a pretty historic lighthouse, and there's a marina there with lots of yachts, and overall just a really fun course. It's not a long course, but it's pretty tight. And the things I remember the most from Harbor Town were just how in perfect condition the greens were. And that's probably because I played it in, sometime in March, and April is when the tournament is. So they probably had the course in the best shape whenever we were there. But I just remember how perfect the condition of the greens were and how well they rolled. And I want to say I shot... I know I shot a 79 there the second time I played it, but I think I shot like an 85 the first time I played it. So it was a great experience. Loved the course. Hilton Head overall is just a great place to go if you love golf. There's things to do for the whole family there, but specifically if you like golf, you can find, I don't know how many golf courses are on the island, but there's golf courses all over the island. There's golf courses surrounding the island too. So definitely check that out. I think the price to play Harbor Town is like $250 to $300. I remember when we got to go in college, we only had to pay like $75, so most of us took advantage of that, knowing how much it would cost if we weren't on the golf team. So number 10 on my bucket list is a course that you are all probably familiar with. It was the site of last year's U.S. Open, which was somewhat controversial. But it's Chambers Bay up in Washington. The views on this golf course are amazing. It's right on the Puget Sound. What really makes me want to play this golf course is watching the U.S. Open last year and how tricky the greens were, and how some guys were putting from 30 and 40 yards off the green. I don't know if the course is in the same condition. Probably not, but it'd be really interested to see. Plus, I've never gone to anywhere, northwest to play golf, and I'd love to go out there and play Chambers Bay. I'm not really sure how expensive it is. I'm sure it's maybe $150, $200 to play it. So that's number 12, 11, and 10 on my bucket list. Hope you enjoyed it. If you've ever played any of these courses, send me a message, let me know what your thoughts on those courses were. So, the last thing I want to talk about this week is what I'm going to do this winter. I have 2 things I know I want to do. One of which is to build a hitting cage in my garage, and that's going to take quite a bit of work. but I want to build a hitting cage because it's important for me to keep hitting balls throughout the winter. The only reason I wouldn't do it is if for some reason I found a place to hit throughout the winter near where I work or on the way home from work. So I'm going to do some research about that. The other thing I'm definitely doing is I'm going to play golf somewhere in the South. So I live near St. Louis. It's going to get really cold, come mid-November. So I'd like to go play somewhere in the South November, December, January, and February. So 3 to 4 trips to the South. Hopefully each trip is a tournament, or it could be potentially like just a group of guys going to play golf for a few days. But I'd really like to go play golf in Texas or Arizona, maybe Florida. And I've got a few people who've sent me links, which if you're watching this and you sent me the link, I really appreciate that. So I'm looking through those links at different tournaments. Some of them are 2-day tournaments on the weekend, which would work out really well with my schedule for work. But yeah, so that's my plan. I'm going to play November, December, January, potentially February, somewhere in the South. I'll update you guys when I end up, booking my tournament schedule and then, getting my travel plans booked. I'll keep you guys updated on what that is. So that's pretty much it for this episode. But I want to leave you with a story from yesterday. I was not having a very good day. I was just kind of down and out, mostly because of how I ate for the weekend. Wasn't feeling really good. Did not want to go to the gym. Did not want to practice golf. But something funny happened. And if you ever try to lose weight, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll be able to relate to this. There's always 2 voices in your head. There's a voice that says, you don't need to go work out. Just take a day off. Go get some dinner, relax, sit on the couch. And then there's the voice that's trying to motivate you and really, silence that negative voice. And that voice is saying, if you go work out, you're going to feel a lot better. If you go practice, you're going to feel a lot better. So I had those 2 voices in my head competing yesterday. And I got to be honest, the one that was, the negative voice was winning all day. And I left work and I decided, okay, I'm going to go to the golf course. That's easy. I can go practice anytime. The working out thing, may not happen, but I'm going to go practice golf. So I went and practiced golf. And then after I practiced golf, I started heading towards a place to get dinner. But one of the voices in my head was saying, well, if you go work out now, you'll feel a lot better later. You should go work out. And then the other voice is like, nope, we're going to go have dinner. We're going to go straight to dinner. And I was driving, and I got to the point where I needed to take an exit to work out if I was going to work out, and I was going to go straight if I was going to just go straight to dinner. And I'm telling you guys, something in my head, I don't know what it was, but I was driving straight, and something clicked, and I exited, and I went to the gym. And as I'm exiting, I'm literally thinking, what are you doing? You were going to go to dinner. Why are you exiting? I don't know what it was. Something inside me said, no, you're going to go to the gym. And I just want to share that story because I feel like other people will relate to that. Listen to yourself. Listen to the voice that's telling you to go work out or go practice or do whatever you're going to do. That voice is really going to be the one that pushes you over the edge and takes you to that next level. And so I hope you get a lot of inspiration out of that story. I don't know what it was inside me that made me, take that exit. But I can guarantee if you're on a journey like I am, you've got that voice in your head too, and you really should listen to it. And I think I'm going to start listening to that voice a lot more often as well. So until next time, guys, have a great week. I'll update you on my weight loss next Monday or Tuesday. And I'm really hoping to do a video blog this coming weekend. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.